Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. As always, a free way to support the channel is by leaving a thumbs up. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. Over the last 7 to 10 days, a clash of bears and bulls have pushed Bitcoin inside a tightly lit price range. Traders are watching short-term technical barriers over long-term bullish fundamentals. The sentiment prompts Bitcoin to fluctuate inside a triangle-like technical pattern, with its upper trend line behaving as resistance and the lower trend line acting as support. This is all the flagship cryptocurrency has offered: near-term, long-short opportunities with no breakout attempts. And there's a little chart right there. It appears safer for traders to take short-term calls instead of extending their bullish targets anywhere beyond Bitcoin's recently established all-time high of $19,915 US. Their previous attempts to do so resulted in short loss triggers, leading to billions of dollars worth of liquidations in the Bitcoin futures market. As it stands right now, this is the beginning of the third week that we are all impatiently waiting for Bitcoin to break past 20,000 US dollars officially, like $20,001. That's the number that everyone is kind of waiting for. We've been consolidating a lot quicker than we normally do, which is good because sometimes we consolidate for around like 5, 6, 7 months and we're sitting here like, okay, get a move on Bitcoin. How do I say this? For those of you not looking at the screen, it says Bitcoin draws nigh to a massive breakout as consolidation prevails. Bitcoin and altcoins still preparing for next break. The overall sentiment from 99% of websites was positive, that we are at the end of this trend line right here. Once we get around here, we're going to break higher. I saw one website that said that it looked as if Bitcoin was going to fall down because of bearish, technical, fundamentally something weird or other that didn't really make a lot of sense, basically because we've only had an abundance of good news. If we had news that Bitcoin wasn't transacting, the network had gone down, billions of dollars hadn't poured into it, something was wrong with the mining equipment and people couldn't connect to the network, or a plethora of other things that would have made a bit more sense. But we've only had really good news, adoption news, buying it news, not selling it news, more addresses news, what have you news. Across that as well, altcoins are also doing fairly fine. Every single time that we've had a drop in Bitcoin's price, we've recovered rather quickly, which is why I kept on saying, like, don't really pay attention to the drops. I know it's difficult. If we go from 19,000 something or other back down to 18,000, everyone's going to pay a little bit of attention. But at that same exact point, the market is totally fine. These drops are happening because of people who are trying to get other people afraid, shaking the tree, hoping the leaves will fall, and or the apples, whatever kind of tree you have in your backyard, to get people out of the market so that they can accumulate their coins. This is now a hyper money game. We are talking about the potential of a new world reserve currency, and everybody wants to have as much of it as they possibly can. This one says, Ripple awaits the ultimate breakout to $1 following extended consolidation. The amount of news around Ripple and XRP over the last like 8 days is monumental. We haven't had this much news about XRP anything in the last 2 to 3 years. Not really sure what's causing it, what's triggering it. I can only assume that it has to do with the Spark token airdrop. On that same exact news, the most popular thing in the entire world right about now, Coinbase announced on Saturday that it plans to support an upcoming airdrop that has been seen as a factor in boosting XRP's price in recent weeks. The San Francisco-based exchange said in a blog post that Coinbase customers with XRP balances as of midnight, the 12th of December 2020, will receive Spark tokens from Coinbase at a later date. They say the amount of Spark you'll receive depends on how much XRP you had in your wallet at the snapshot time. Logically, details about the airdrop will be posted later this week, a company spokesperson told CoinDesk. Here's the actual thing right here. People won't stop talking about this. Coinbase is finally supporting it. I do hope that everyone's happy. We'll see exactly when this thing ends up coming out, or rather when the airdrop is, completely, fully out. I told people before, and this wasn't me being cynical, this wasn't me being mean, I'm not trying to destroy the bags that you're holding. Yes, once again, I do have XRP. People keep asking if I own a number of the altcoins that I mentioned before in other years. I still have everything. I have not sold a thing because I still have prices in my head where I think they're going to go, and that's when I plan on selling. We have not gotten there yet, so I'm still holding on to all my altcoins. So I find it funny the amount of people who are very new to XRP going into the comment section telling me that I have no idea what XRP is, and I sit there and just kind of shrug. The entire point is I've seen many an airdrop before in 2017 and 18, and they've all been failures. So regardless of what the Spark token Flare network is going to be, a new multi-level layer thing that makes it similar to Ethereum that's going to add a whole bunch of functionality, that's wonderful. That's not the first time that I've heard something like this. The entire point is if you are participating in this airdrop, just understand that there is a very huge chance that whatever this thing is probably going to fail and or fall in price for at least a year. So invest accordingly. A lot of people tend to take their airdropped coins and simply putting into it another coin that they believe in, what have you, so on and so forth. So that's the major news for Ripple/XRP today. Is everyone's also, I mean, we should logically all know that at some point XRP is going to pass by $1. Very big shout out to all the people out there who a couple of months ago we're writing in the comment section that XRP was never going to pass by 25 cents again. Why was anyone talking about it? It was a garbage coin. It went up to, what was it, like 73 cents? Comments disappeared. No one, of course, just go away. Stop. What's the point of trolling other people or being evil or being mean? Like, do you think that negativity brings anything positive to your life? Like, just focus on your own money. People are so ridiculous. Anyway, that's all the price news, if you will. There wasn't a lot of like actual, like where things are going to go, not a lot of price predictions or things like that. It was more like it looks like we're going to be going up in price kind of news, if that really makes any sense. It should, because that was perfect English. And let's move on. Okay. The top US bank, sorry if it's really, it feels like it's getting darker in here. It's basically winter. This is as bright as it's going to get outside for the rest of the day. So this is what we got to deal with. I film with natural light, if you didn't figure that out before. And I have like the big lights, but I don't feel like turning them on. And this is where we are. You can see me. I mean, if you can't see me, then get glasses. The top US banking regulator has confirmed that positive cryptocurrency regulation is coming in a matter of weeks. Right. He said by the end of the Trump term. It's going to work for everybody, said the regulator, adding that the new regulation will make it easier for crypto investors to know how to invest, therefore attracting more institutional investors. I'm linking this directly to the news that we got from Ripple. Remember like 5 weeks ago, they were like, we're leaving America. I don't like it here. It's terrible. And last week they were like, well, it's not that bad. You know, maybe we'll just stick around for a little bit. I feel like behind the scenes, they know that someone is being put into office or some type of regulation is going to be put forth relatively soon that will be beneficial for them. It is mainly the entire idea that crypto investors to know how to invest. I mean, the only saving grace will be is if we really figure out what's a security, what's considered a commodity, or basically like some type of, I know people don't care for it, but like taxation rules. This helps bigger investors know exactly how much they're going to be making. We had this discussion before at the beginning of the year. There's a huge difference in paying $3,000 worth of crypto taxes and like 14.5 million. It's a little bit of a difference. Acting comptroller of the currency, Brian Brooks, answered some questions about the upcoming U.S. cryptocurrency regulation in an interview with CNBC's Squawk Box on Friday. Brooks is the administrator of the federal banking system and chief officer of the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. What a title. The OCC supervises nearly 1,200 national banks, federal savings associations, and federal branches of foreign banks that conduct approximately 70% of all banking businesses within the US. He's also the same exact person who allowed all the banks within the United States to buy, hold, sell, yada, yada crypto. So I assume at this point, if you allow all of them to do this, they've probably had more than one phone call of someone being like, so how does this work? And this is why the regulations will be coming apparently soon. I saw this, didn't expect it, but it's actually kind of interesting because I was a skeptic. I'm still, listen, I was like, we're not going to get anything for like the next 3 to 4 years. And this is why I think Ripple had that about face. We'll see. What is it? It was the 7th of December. All right, about 3.5, maybe 4 weeks, maybe like the beginning of January we'll hear something. But I'm interested to see what this is going to be because my hopes are quite low. But let's us move on. Let's move on. Next up, also in trends that are picking up. So there's the trend for people talking more about Ripple and XRP in a positive light, like Raoul Pal was just talking about it a couple days ago. And now we're getting this like uptick in interest for Ethereum. Michael Sonnenschein, managing director at Grayscale Investments, said that Ethereum first investors have grown significantly during 2020 as the community accepts Ether as an asset class. Wonderful. Sonnenschein expressed his views regarding the surge in Ethereum in recent interviews with Bloomberg. He compared Ether with Bitcoin in terms of popularity and added that Ethereum has been able to capture the attention of institutional investors. The board member of the $12 billion investment fund mentioned that the world's second largest cryptocurrency is not just a coder currency, and it has gained traction from Wall Street giants in 2020. 99% of the news that we've been getting has been buying Bitcoin, buying Bitcoin, buying Bitcoin, buying Bitcoin. The little slip up right there was that apparently institutions over the course of this year have also been buying Ether. He says over the course of 2020, we are seeing a new group of investors who are Ethereum first, and in some cases, Ethereum only. There's a growing conviction around Ethereum as an asset class. The development of the asset class has continued to solidify itself, Sonnenschein said in an interview. There's no Bitcoin rivalry. They just are separate protocols. How fascinating this is. I assume there's been more of an uptick because the initial rollout of Ethereum 2.0 has finally surfaced after 38.5 years, which is kind of fascinating. I wonder if this news will pick up again. Over the course of the last couple of years, we had a couple of prominent cryptocurrency people who announced that they believed that Ethereum was the king coin, that Ethereum could do it all, and that Bitcoin would at some point fall into obscurity, what have you, so on and so forth. If I am not mistaken, one of the people was Brian Armstrong, the head of, or the CEO of Coinbase. I'm pretty sure it was him, and many other people began to like poke their heads out and kind of say the exact same thing. It was more so that this is when we had the news of the flippening, that Ethereum would flippen Bitcoin in price and in the market cap and therefore become the #1 coin. We'll see. We've had this news for a very long time that this was going to happen. I do not think that it is going to take place. I do, however, see Ethereum as a coin that's going to be around for a while. I don't know if it's going to be around forever, especially if it takes 5 years to do an upgrade. But alas, the idea of being able to make passive income from crypto has been something that people have been waiting for a very long time. The fact that it is now a reality, wow, is quite good, because once we get the full rollout of staking across cryptocurrency exchanges who are going to be supporting Ethereum 2.0, the staking, yada, 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 and people are actually doing this and putting thousands or not tens of thousands of coins onto the platforms every single day to make this passive income, especially with the Wall Street people who I assume are also going to try and be making that as well, because you make peanuts from banks at this point. So yeah, cool. We'll see if this still becomes a trend. The XRP news is definitely a trend. We had nothing before. Now we're slowly getting drips of it. And I keep seeing this news of like Ethereum's kind of cool news popping up. And without further ado, let's move on. Where's the mouse? There we go. Next up in I'm Rich, please look at me news. Shark Tank star Kevin O'Leary, also known as Mr. Wonderful, nobody calls him that, is ready to put 5% of his investment portfolio in a Bitcoin exchange traded fund. And there's a lot of things we have to discuss, but just keep that in mind. 5% of his investment portfolio into a Bitcoin ETF. that is approved by the US SEC. Long known as a Bitcoin skeptic, sure, O'Leary is worried about Bitcoin's volatility and wants regulators to be comfortable with it before he jumps in. So he needs them to give him a thumbs up before he even thinks about putting his money into it. Canadian investor and television personality Kevin O'Leary discussed his view on Bitcoin last week in a podcast with Anthony Pompliano. O'Leary has been a Bitcoin skeptic. And I say, he told CNBC in May of last year that Bitcoin was worthless, a useless currency, and said that it's garbage because you can't get in and out of it in large amounts. What market is he talking about where you can't cash in and out of Bitcoin? While he still has some concerns, the Shark Tank star said that he is not against Bitcoin. I do own a small amount of it. Bitcoin is worthless. It's garbage. It's a useless currency, but I'm not opposed to it. I do have some. That's a interesting statement. He said, adding that he bought the Bitcoin because a class he taught at Harvard challenged him to get involved in cryptocurrency. And I assume he saw the price of it pass by or get near 20,000 once again and realized that he did not have enough. This is now a daily segment on this channel. I didn't mean for it to be a daily segment, but alas, here we are, of rich people coming forward to talk about how much they are into Bitcoin. They like Bitcoin. Bitcoin's not that bad. It's not that terrible. I own some of it. You know how much 5% is for somebody who's as rich as Kevin O'Leary? And to think that you would not, it's not even a 0.5% allocation. It's not a 1% allocation, but it's a 5% allocation. The funny. The most interesting part of this will be is when he puts 5% of whatever amount of money he's going to put into it, into a Bitcoin ETF and not have actual exposure to the Bitcoin itself. He's going to make a good chunk of change from the ETF, but the money is going to be in US dollars. And then he's going to realize, oh, snaps, I should have purchased Bitcoin itself. I think he's part of the last wave of people who are the mega investors who were skeptical and desperately want to get into Bitcoin, but they're trying to still save face and say, well, I want it to be regulated before I get into the cryptocurrency space, and therefore the SEC has to approve a Bitcoin ETF. Wonderful. Please keep that same exact energy when Bitcoin goes to 100,000 and you are looking at about, good million ETF shares. I hope it really works out for you. And every other person who is trying to gain exposure to Bitcoin indirectly. What a world that's going to be when we see the wealthiest people on the planet struggling to try and get to an entire Bitcoin because they took too much time not doing so. Anyway, that's the popular news of the day, that someone else rich has come forward in support of Bitcoin. I'm going to move on because I have a lot to say, but I'm going to save my words for the rest of the video. Next up, in super mega ultra popular, wow, this is cool and amazing news, Cardano is known. Oh, okay, listen. Whoever wrote this article, I understand you love Cardano. I'm going to read out the first 2 paragraphs to you just so you can see why I'm not going to read through the entire thing. Cardano is known for its elegant system design that introduces innovative upgrades every other time. Sentence makes no sense. The project was designed with a plan for 5 main development phases. The first and second upgrades have already been implemented, with the most recent being the Shelly upgrade. The next and third one is the Galgan upgrade. For some time now, the Cardano community has lived in suspense, waiting for the announcement of a workable timeline for the next network upgrade. This is largely due to the previous experience where the upgrades had their timelines postponed multiple times. Now Cardano is ready to roll out Guggen Goblin in December. The news being Cardano is going to be having a hard fork, and it's going to be hard forking super soon, sometime in December. A lot of people are very excited about this because the last hard fork took like 12 years to do. That's a lie. Some people keep going into the comment section and being like, I made a joke about a month ago. Something happened with Ethereum or Bitcoin, and I was like, wow, I haven't been this excited since 1974. And somebody was like, you're 40? The point is, yes, Cardano has another upgrade coming. Absolutely wonderful. I don't really care about it. You probably don't really care about it. I just care about seeing if the price is going to go up. I'm so stoked for the future of this space because I get so many people telling me which coins are going to be the next awesome, amazing coin, and they're going to be taking over Bitcoin. A lot of people do believe in Cardano. I don't know the future. Cardano could most certainly hit $300 a coin at some point. And if it does, once again, I'll have a lot of videos to make to talk about these coins' prices and stuff like that and how amazing they are and how they took over Bitcoin. But I have a feeling I won't be making any of those videos. But I'm excited that the updates are actually finally taking place in a timely manner because I want to see the price go up. I want to make enough money to be able to buy like... Okay, anyway, that's the Cardano news. And let's move on. That was pretty awkward. In Y news, tech maven, what? And Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak's new Malta-based blockchain company is either eForce or Efforce. And that's not a joke. It's EFFORCE. So it could be like effort in force, but it looks like eForce is rolling out a token called WOZX. That is WOZX. And it is aimed at transforming the energy efficiency market. Wonderful. After spending most of 2020 building its architecture, eForce announced the listing of its WOZX token on cryptocurrency exchange HBTC on the 3rd of December and Bithumb Global in the coming weeks. The new crypto asset hit a market cap of $950 million within minutes of launching, which was tenfold from the 10 cents where it was before to $1.34. Coming 44 years after co-founding, I believe it was Apple, I'm pretty sure, Wozniak's latest venture aims to be the first decentralized and borderless platform that allows anyone to participate in and fund innovations in green technology through cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. Here's the actual tweet for it right here. Very, very mega, super, ultra popular. Have you guys ever seen that meme? You know, like every single time a new coin pops up, whenever a coin pops up, whenever BitTorrent token has popped up, like really, through the course of a year, we have so many nonsensical coins that pop up. Yes, this coin has a use case, but there's no need to create a new coin for it. Just create a new layer on Ethereum. These things are created to make money, and that's kind of the entire main point. Whenever these things happen, I always have the same exact image in my head. I don't know if you've ever seen the meme before. Like, and I'm not joking. This happens every single time. It's like, do we need another new coin? I remember when we had like 18 coins in total, and I was like, whoa, we have 18 cryptocurrencies? That's insane. We have like 10,000 now. It's just like, please stop with all the creation of these new coins because no one's going to be using them. I assume behind the scenes, they will be, you know how many, I think I'm going to make a video at some point. I actually have it in my phone as well for like a video idea, just to show you all the coins that have failed. It's going to be a big video that have failed since I got into crypto, that people kept on telling me were going to be the new thing, that this new coin made by this company was going to be the greatest, new, amazingest thing in the entire world because it was made by this person. We've had, this is not the first rich person to make their own cryptocurrency or to back a cryptocurrency. There have been hundreds. Anyway, the news is Mr. Wozniak has created his own coin. Let's see if... Every time it pops into my head, it's like, please just stop. What's this one? Oh yeah, we'll see how these things go, what they turn out to be. I will lightly assumption that in the next 5 years, we are not going to even remember the name of this coin. If we do, whoop-de-doo. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters: Bolero Bastos, Crayola Michelle, URL, On Crypto with Lionel, Tigara Machonisa, Bake Me a Cake, Arfmedic17, Anytime Fitness, Monk's Corner Staff, Bodie McBoatface, Yes to Crypto, Miller Hitch Test Every Day, and Kyle Skips Leg Day, Minting Coins, Jeremy Fox, Jim Gardner, Anthony Charles, Nick Mangialavori, Paxis, Vlad the Impaler, Richie Rich 3, Setsuna, Damien, Crypto Artist, Cole D, 3D, Bankroll Network, 242 to the World, Wise Night Owl, Jared Schneider, Master Ventures in Thailand, Moher Moroni, Adam Graysick, Todd Mullis, A Bibliophobia, The Animal Reader, John Sarson, Nostromo Magno, not even correct, Martin Steuer, what was I reading? Joshua Vineyard, Moonman High XRP, Utopia 569, Oscar Maldonado, Yasha Harari, Attila the Han, David James, Navarro Williams, Auspicious Agile and Blockchain, Tolek Banan, Snacky Chan, Conan Don't Skip Leg Day, George Montoya, Wise Link, Not TMI, and Professor Wally from Gunbot University. Thank you all very, very much for your support. Thank you to everyone who left a little like on the video. It does help with the algorithm. Thank you to everyone who is a member of the channel. Thank you to everyone who is a clicker of affiliate links at the moment. There we go. Bitcoin is at $19,252. It is currently up by 1.24%. The amount of fights happening within this market are obscene. People are so desperately trying to keep it below $20,000. Like, we're here. Like, we're basically, we were like, what was it, $8 away before? Just let it go. Let it go. Ethereum was like at $603. It is at $596. To be fair, it's still a lot higher than it was at the beginning of the year. XRP is at 61%. I think nothing really too insane is actually happening. Monero's up by 6%. Wonderful. Waves is up by almost 7%. Not really sure why. Nope. Everything is basically sideways up or sideways down. Nothing is really crashing and or skyrocketing at the moment. It is, wait for it. Wait for it. Why am I turn on? There we go. It is Monday. So let's see what the rest of, why did I not know that? Like, why did I have to turn my phone on to see what day of the, let's wait and see what the rest of the week brings. I'm always expecting good news. Maybe I'm just too optimistic of a person, but there's nothing really stopping us from passing by 20,000 at this point. Maybe we need to hear that another website is adding Bitcoin, and that'll be the fuel that really gets us there. I do hope that you all enjoyed. I do hope that you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See